supposed to know. And I was like, I mean, I think she's dumber than me, but on this particular subject, I'm pretty dumb. So I just tried to think of all the terms I could think of, and then when I came up with the Bernie Mac and then deal, I was pretty proud of myself for that. But yeah, I don't even know. I mean, the UN obviously is not, but is NASDAQ in the right ballpark? I was like, but why bother researching it? Because it's better if it's all wrong.
You also, as you can see from the trailer, guys, you can see this is shot in a beautiful location, Oahu.
Yeah, very nice.
Is there a downside to shooting in such a glamorous, beautiful location? I would think like sometimes shooting in a crappy location, there's nothing to focus on but the work.
Yeah, it sort of bonds you because you're like, oh, this is bullshit.
Right.
And like it's like the equivalent of like, oh, case of the Mondays. It's like the weather's crappy,
right.
But it was so beautiful. By the end of it, Adam Devine was like, if I see another fucking rainbow, I just want to see a filthy alley. I want to see like a rat eating its babies. I can't handle any more paradise. But yeah, I mean, Zach could have been the king of Oahu. Like the locals were like following him around. He was like a god. It was so weird. But I'm just not really built for paradise. I'm built for like a small room in like a dark European city, just like reading a book and just being cranky. That's sort of my thing.
Yeah.
So being in a place where everyone was happy, I was like, ugh, what is this? Get out of my face.
Okay, so the film, obviously, the plot hinges on a wedding and bringing wedding dates. Are you a good wedding guest? Do you enjoy being at weddings? Do you feel
I feel like I make a pretty good wingman. I'm not great in social situations, but like if you give me an objective, I can be pretty good. I just don't know what to like talk about. Not great with small talk and stuff. But if you're like, oh, I'm trying to get in good with the parents and whatever, like I can like talk you up. Yeah, I just need like a mission.
Would you ever a friend comes to you, oh, Anna, would you do us the honor of officiating at our wedding?
That would be a terrible idea. I hope nobody does that ever. I was a bridesmaid for the first and presumably last time.
Right.
I was the maid of honor. It was like my childhood best friend. And I was actually like, oh, this is the only time I'll do this because I make sure to keep friends at like an arm's length so I have no responsibility. That's actually a great way to live.
Yeah, the entire life, not just weddings, I would say. We're going to go to your questions in just a moment or two. A couple more quick things. I mean, as I said, clearly a super raunchy comedy. What's your like raunchy comedy go-to? What's your R-rated comedy that formed the Anna Kendrick that sits before us today? Is there one?
I mean, shit. When I was growing up, it was Billy Madison, and now, I mean, I loved Dodgeball. Wedding Crashers. I don't know. What's your like raunchy comedy go-to?
Good. I would go in that same era. There's Something About Mary. Was a pretty good one.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like I there's like a threshold for me with raunchy comedies, and I feel like I was so happy with the balance that our director struck because there were definitely times when I was like, oh, if I don't say the word dildo, is it not going in the movie? And like it's like he's a Funny or Die director. This was his first feature, and he just really nailed like the balance of, it's like he found what was funniest about everybody and just did that. And clearly my funniest thing is like nonsensical rambling improvs, so there's a lot of that.
Do you have comedy turnoffs? Are there subjects that you just don't find some people find a kick in the groin always funny, a poop joke always funny. What do you not find funny? What turns you off as a appreciator of comedy?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like a kick in the groin should make me like just sad, but if it's done well, if it's like
anything done well,
if it's tasteful, a tasteful kick in the groin,
right.
That makes me laugh.
Feels like a good segue to the audience, right?
Absolutely.
I'm sure you guys have some wonderful questions out there.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Anna. Hi. Well, first of all, I just got to say, Up in the Air is one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so thank you for that. Thank you for that film and for your brilliant performance.
Yes, I did everything. Thank you.
Yes. You carried it. My question is, you've worked with so many great actors and directors. Are there any actors and directors or writers that you've dreamed of working with that you haven't gotten a chance to work with yet?
Lots. But I feel like it's always like embarrassing to say like that you want to work with someone because then if you meet them, you're like, yeah, hi, I'm that fangirl. But if we're in like hypothetical imagination land, if I could work with like 70s Harrison Ford, that would be so great. Just like free love era, younger Harrison Ford. That's my dream. That's really my dream every night.
Hi, Anna.
Hi.
So I've noticed you've been doing a lot more comedies and you have your book coming out. So what have you learned about the comedic process on both the writing end and the acting end?
There's this amazing, I don't know if it's Jimmy Carr's quote or if he just says it, and I'm going to fuck it up, which is why he is better than me at comedy, but about how if you dissect a joke or dissect a frog, you end up killing it by the end. So I do feel like in writing the book, I feel like I've seen too far behind the curtain, and I need to like experience some like heavy drama and read like some really sad novels so that I can enjoy comedy again, because I do feel like I have seen how the sausage is made, and that's a little weird. And Adam has the same thing where he like feels like he can't watch comedy movies because he writes Workaholics. So what I'm saying is I've killed my own joy. But I don't know. I do feel like I learned that I am not the kind of person who can say like a joke needs to go here and then come up with it. It just like either comes to me or it doesn't, because I'm not one of those people that can like just create a joke if need be, which is why I would be a terrible staff writer on a comedy show. So.
Hi, Anna.
Hi.
I'm currently studying acting.
Awesome.
And one of my questions is, based on the craft, if you could go back and give yourself advice that you did not have that you kind of wish you had now, what would that advice be?
For me, and I don't know anybody else's experience, but for me, I would say like, in terms of the audition process, I would say like, if I could tell myself like, slow down on all that stuff that you're blowing through and don't make such a meal out of the stuff that you think is important. And, just try to make a choice that you think that someone else isn't going to make. Like, yeah. Is that something?
That's a great response, because
Great.
we're actually studying that right now.
Oh, great. I helped. I did something good today.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, because you have like such a fun personality and like you seem super outgoing.
Oh, he's a plant.
So like, what would you be doing if you weren't acting? Like, would it be something where like you're involved with people, or just in general? Like, what would
I
you
don't
be
like
doing?
people. I would want to bake, because I don't get to make anything. Like I know this is like an oversimplification, but like you don't like make anything, and it feels weird. Like as a human being, it feels like you should be like creating something tangible. And I really liked baking because it was like an easy way to spend a couple hours and then have something that you could hold in your hand and that got you attention and validation, which is another thing I like a lot.
So many life lessons today from Anna Kendrick, and more to come in the book. Didn't I tell you she was classy, guys? Anna Kendrick, Mike and Dave,
This
need
is so
wedding
much fun.
dates. Check it out July 8th. Thanks, Anna.